Okay, this is Paul with TRAK Boards, back running their TRAK solution. And this one we're going to talk about Rotax leaky exhausts. If you know these manifolds, you know very well that they like to leak. This is the one without the gasket. So you're going to say, well, how do we remedy that and or improve that or fix it? So what I've come up with is, it's nothing new. So you can see this is lapping compound. And this is for mating metal surfaces, so it will have a multitude of uses. There's two grit compounds, the 600 being the finer grit, 220 being the more coarse grit. And you can use these things to mate flywheels, clutches to crankshafts, anytime you're going metal to metal. So it's very simple. Let's see if we can do this one-handed. We'll try it. So you're gonna get your lapping compound, if I can get that off. Probably should have started that way. So your lapping compound here, you get this on your finger, you put it inside of the manifold, all the way around, and then you take your manifold and you get it in there as tight as you can. Sometimes it'll snap in there. So that's in there. You're just gonna work it by hand, left and right, left and right, left and right. Probably 30 seconds to a minute. You might wanna rotate it this way, rotate it that way. Just to the idea is to work down both metal surfaces, right? Till they mate really nicely. And that kind of gets stuck in there. It's gonna be a mission to get that out for a second. But anyhow, and then with the 600 grit, you do the same thing, and that's a finer grit, and that'll make it much more smoother and kind of make sure the surfaces are very, very tightly sealed. You may not get it right the first time. You have to put it together. Obviously, you know, you'll have the pipe off the cart. You can even take it with you to the track, I mean, if you're having an issue, and just lap it, and you can do some testing. But this is very important, not only to clean up the mess, obviously, that comes out of here, but these two strokes heavily depend that this is tightly sealed here and there's no blow by or any sort of pressure coming through there, because this chamber actually reverts the pulses, and that's how the two-stroke has its power. So you don't want anything leaking out of here. So it's very important for Rotaxes. Again, a simple fix would be to get a manifold with a gasket, but if you guys want to try something if you don't have availability and you want to try to get these surfaces to mate real cleanly, you can use this lapping compound and it'll work very well. Again, you start with the 220, which is the coarse. Work that for about 30 seconds to a minute. I'd clean it with a rag, clean this out, and clean the manifold, and then put the 600 grit, which is the finer grit, and then work it. And then after you clean everything really good and assemble everything and do your testing. So I hope that solution really improves your Rotax karting and your two-stroke experience. It can apply to pretty much anything. If any two-stroke, if you have a leak, you might want to try this lapping compound remedy here. Hope you enjoyed that. That's another TRAK solution brought to you by TRAK Sports.